we have to learn to be in a middle point, Tushni Bhava, at a middle point of our life. Our mind is such that it goes to past and also future. Very rarely it sticks up at the present level. That is the problem. Going past, thinking about the past, and renew our mentally, though problem is not there, is over, we renew it and try to whether be happy or unhappy because of the consequence of that past action. This is one aspect. Another aspect of it, mind goes to future, which is uncertain. This is the nature of the mind normally, which is not of the proper state. We have to learn to be only in the present. To be present is immortality. To be in the present state. That's because Tushni Bhava. Tushni Bhava. In a present state, and it leads to learning, experience by meditation, go on meditation, and think intuitively think that I must be in the present state of my activities of the life rather than going to the past. So we try to deliberately avoid to go to the past, though it comes repeatedly to our mind, but we have to remind to ourselves that I must stay in the present, not go to the past. If you got this idea that I don't want to go to the past, because mind is an equipment, like a cell phone. Cell phone, you hand it as you like, but mind controls you as it likes. That's the situation. We do all activities at the micro level by our mind. In the same way, Ishvara, Bhagavan, he does it through his mind, known as Hiranyagarbha, and macrocosmic and cosmic aspect of thing. But the difference is that we are the slaves of the mind. We are directed by the mind and controlled by the mind. But Ishvara controls his own Maya. Maya is nothing in the mind only. Universal mind is known as the Maya. Ishvara, Bhagavan, controls the Maya by his power. That's why he is free from all the worries. That is the difference. Bhagavan also creates, he is also busy creating the universe, but he is not suffering of it. It is because the Maya, the total mind, cosmic mind, he controls, not himself controlled by the mind. But we operate at macrocosmic level with our mind, but we are controlled the mind. We are slaves of our mind. This we have to feel it. So what is happening psychically? We have to remind ourselves that I should not be controlled by the mind. Mind is an equipment. I am the Atman. I am the soul, spirit, which is eternal, which is beyond all miseries and all happinesses. When you do this meditation and come to this neutral level called Tushni Bhava, this gets possible. That you are not controlled by the mind, but you are, and you use the mind as an equipment. Then you go beyond the worries and beyond miseries and beyond happiness and misery. That is necessary. And that comes by two factors. One is that we have to deliberately plan it, deliberately think ourselves intuitively, one thing. Another second factor is by doing meditation with this bhavana, you will be separating yourself from the control of the mind. A time comes you will be controlling your mind, you become master of your mind. So these are the advantages of meditation. So we have to stay in the present state of our day-to-day life. We need to deliberately prevent going to the past, thinking of the past activities, and unnecessarily projecting the future activities concerned. आपको can't if that plan how it happens. It is already there stored in our life. That is prarabdha karma. Just I think in the cinema role, all the scenes are there on the cinema film. They come already. It is there. It as it time passes on, each frame of the that film comes before the light and gets projected. Prarabdha karma is like that. It is already there, but it is getting unrolled on the time-space causation continuum. Deshakala process is getting unrolled, and life activities come just like a cinema. So this is theoretical aspect. We must know it, as I already pointed out, and try to by yogic process deliberately to be in the present state of our life, and that is called eternal life. To be in the present life is immortal, eternal, and everybody wants it to be eternal beyond all the miseries. Think of this again and again, deliberately. Try to be detach yourself going to the past, detach yourself going to the future. Plan as things come up and in the present level. Think and plan, discharge as it comes in the present state. And that comes when your mind comes to tushni bhava state, that's a neutral state of condition. And that is possible by, I already told you, by two factors. One is the psychic aspect of knowing it, as I already described. Another is by meditation. So try to be as far as possible in the present state of our day-to-day life concern, unless we get worried about the future and worried about the past. And this is all by meditation only. And one more thing is try to be regular. Have a particular time and place. We have got 24 hours. Bhagavan Ishvara has given us 24 hours. It is his giving. We have not created. Bhagavan has given it. Material scientists they say that time creates the mind. No, it is the mind which creates the time. Don't forget, it is the mind which creates the time. Because when mind is not there, time is not there. When you go to sleep, that means mind is dormant, there is no time factor concerned. We are not aware of the time. So long as we are sleeping in the Sushupti Avastha, deep sleep, we are not aware of the time. Because the mind is not functioning there. Like that a person drinks and falls on the ground, he also not aware of the time. So time is a production of the mind. So what I mean to say is we have to plan it our life deliberately and try to be in that state of concern. It's not that problems do not come. They do come. Just like day and night. Neither day is permanent nor the night is permanent. They alternated. Like that Sukha Dukkha, miseries and happinesses alternate in life concern. We understand the psychic aspect of it. So not much worried about whether good comes or the bad comes. When you know psychological psychic aspect of the entire phenomena, it becomes easy for us to get over the phenomena itself. Knowing it helps us to get over the. And for that, a disciplined mind is needed, and that comes by regular meditation concern. When we stick up a particular time and place for meditation, mind becomes disciplined. And when it gets in discipline, it becomes more and more strengthened and powerful. Mind, intellect is an organ. Intelligence is the divine source. Mind, I say, intellect is an instrument which draws its power from the intelligence and becomes dynamized. To what extent it can draw depends upon the state of the mind concerned. That's usually it is meant by IQ, intelligent quotient IQ, intelligent quotient. It is capacity of the intellect to draw from intelligence. Intelligence is divine power, divine power. Intelligence is divine power. It's already there. It is soul power, intelligence power. Intelligence is soul power, atma power. And intellect is the instrument which draws from it and gets charged by it. And to an extent it becomes powerful. To what extent it draws depends upon its discipline concerned. So when you do more and more regularly meditation, intellect in the mind becomes more and more powerful and more strengthened because it develops the capacity to draw more intelligence from the Atma. Atma is the source, just like a sun. Sun goes on radiating more light and heat. It is to what extent man can it is up to man and his scientific capacity to draw it and utilize it. In the same way, like that Atma is the power, dynamic source of power, which go on radiating the power. And it is the mind which draws it. To what extent it draws the person upon the capacity of the mind concerned. And that capacity increases when you know both psychologically as well as the yogic process. So time comes when you go on living in a present level, not bothering for the past and not bothering for the future, and not worried for the past, not concerned with the future concern. It's not that it is not taking care of the future. A disciplined mind automatically takes the future concerns without your knowledge. It takes up. So don't not unnecessarily worried about what happens in the future and not worried about the past, thinking about the past. Most of our worries are past only. Actions are over, but worries are not over. This is because of the indisciplined mind. I say indisciplined mind. That's why when we go on doing the meditation, mind becomes disciplined. It comes to Tushniva, neutral point. The indication is it becomes at a neutral point, Tushni Bhava, and it stays at a neutral point. That's neutral, Samatvan Yoga, which is so neutrality is the yoga. That's why Lord Krishna Samatvan Yoga Uchyate. And when this you obtain it by a regular meditation, your power of the mind, intellect becomes more and more powerful. It increases the capacity to draw intelligence from the nature and becomes more and more phenomenal capacity. As I said, there are two factors in you and me and all. That is absolute factor and another is phenomenal factor. Phenomenal factor, that which converts the absolute factor into name and form format, activity concerned. That is phenomena. Name and form is phenomena. It is valid so long the mind is there. When mind is not there, phenomena is not there. So try to understand the psychic aspect of it, then do the meditation. Natural, slowly, mind becomes neutral state, neutral point, Tushni Bhava. That means it gives you the opportunity to capacity to control your mind, not controlled by the mind. Maya is the mind only, Ishvara's mind only, and Ishvara controls and directs, not controlled by it. In the same way, we can also become controller of the Ishvara of our own mind. And to that extent, your phenomenal aspect, day-to-day act becomes more and more efficient and more strengthened. These are some points I wanted to communicate to you. So try to remember what I told now and try to think over it again and again. And you try to come to a neutral state of your mind on a Tushni Bhava, not worrying too much about the past that has happened already, not too much is anxious to project what happens, thinking about what happens in future. That is when Tushni Bhava neutral. When this happens, you are staying in a neutral state, you become eternal. You are the youngest, always be young only. You are not old. Thinking of past is going is becoming older. So when you stay in a neutral state day to day, as it is, you are youngest in your phenomena. It's not by age, but it is your mind. It's, when your mind is young always, irrespective of what your age is, you are the youngest person. So we should try to avoid both of the past and the future and try to be in a neutral state of present Tushya Bhava. And that is possible by doing meditation regularly and understanding the psychic process of the mind. Wish you all the best.